Today I'm going to show you how to make a Socratic quiz. It's an easy way to check for understanding with a couple of quick questions, or you can create a full assessment. Students love to participate because it allows them to answer on their smartphones, tablets, or computers. You can see how many students answered, how they answered, and who is not participating. I've found it keeps kids accountable. Now that you've created an account, you will use the teacher login, and it's going to take you to the dashboard. Now there's a couple cool options today, but we're going to focus on the quizzes. So go ahead and click on the wrench to create a quiz, and then it's going to be your top left icon. And just for the purpose of example, I will give this the highly creative name of Example Quiz. You can share your quiz with your colleagues if you want to. I've done that before. Or you can choose to be secretive and keep it to yourself and click no. Okay, now you've got the choice of short answer, true, false, and multiple choice. I'm going to go ahead and just start with the multiple choice. So let's say capital of Texas is. And you've actually got also choices D and E, if you so choose. We, of course, know that the answer is Austin. So we're going to click yes for Austin. Make sure you click the correct answer. Maybe there's two correct answers. This is not correct, but just for the sake of argument, there could be more than one that you count. Just make sure you pick something, because otherwise it's going to show up as everybody missing it. When you are finished, you can save. And then you're going to move on to your next question. You could pick a true, false. You could pick a short answer. The short answer I found my students really enjoy. They type in or text in their answer to a question. For example, what happens to the characters at the end of the story? Those are probably less likely to be for a grade because you don't want them to be able to see everybody's answer, but they love when I project this on the screen and then they can see their answers pop up. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it all depends on what you want to do with this, and there's a lot of options. So let's just say we're done. You're going to save and exit. Quiz is saved. Now, when class starts, your students are going to come in and they're going to use their computer or device, anything that'll get them on the internet, and they're going to go to Socratic.com. They're going to use the student login. When they get there, there's going to be need for a room number. This is the room number. I usually write it on my dry erase board real big with the word room number, and they still ask, but it's this. After a few times they really start to get the hang of it, and it goes a lot more quickly. So when you're ready for students to start answering, you go from your main screen, start a quiz, choose the quiz. I've got some examples here. These are some quizzes I've actually given. You choose your quiz. And then you have some further options. Teacher paced is basically everyone needs to answer before you go on to the next question. You decide when to move on. Student paced allows them to move through the questions on their own. If you choose immediate feedback, it'll tell them if they're right or wrong upon their answering. You can show their names, not show their names, randomize the questions, basically do it however you want. And then you click Start. And this is the screen where you'll start to see answers. Now, of course, I don't have any students with me today, so we're not seeing any answers. However, when you have people, they're going to start popping up, and it's going to be interesting to see. You can project it on a Promethean or keep it to yourself, especially if you're going to take it for a grade. You don't necessarily want to stress them out by seeing all the responses on the board. That's how you make a Socratic quiz, and I hope you're able to use it in your classrooms.